Happy Friday, should I say. uh, well, this is the full moon right here. Amazing. Let me see if I can see it. Point the camera to it. Still out. Full moon is still out. Ain't that amazing? That is amazing. Gratitude to it. Powerful. This moon right here is seen all over the world. Can you believe that? We are under the same moon. This moon is on every single place on the planet. So, us thinking that we're different is amazing if we can just see one moon. You see that little circle? That's it. We just see that little circle. All of us. Doesn't matter where we are. Happy Friday. Another easy 30-mile meditative jog. I think I'm about, what mile marker did I say? I think about 7 or 8. I'm almost done an easy 13-mile this morning. And started my day with some heavy breathing exercises. That's what I've done over the years now. It is amazing. Studying the Tao and, so just studying different things like that. So, pointing the camera here. Yeah, this is me and my light. You can see my headlight. Nature's still quiet. Yeah, it's still quiet out here. It's amazing. amazing. So, yeah, see my headlight shining. Another beautiful day. Just to let us know everything is going to be okay. I'm just right here, just enjoying being on my feet. Yeah. There's something about being on my feet that just amazes me. Another beautiful day today. I cannot complain about anything. I'm very grateful. Woke up again this morning. Ain't that amazing? So yeah, started my day out. I've been, hey, I got some birds crying there from the bushes. How you doing, nature? I know you've been there before me. I acknowledge you and admire you. Amazing. So I started the day out with laughter. That's the first thing I do. As soon as that alarm goes off, I step that foot on the ground, I just laughed. That's what I start my day with, laugh. It's a hard habit to practice, but that's the first thing I do. Step my foot down on the ground, I start laughing for no reason. So that's what I do every morning. It's a habit that I developed. And I actually studied the laughing monks, or whatever they're called. So, and I'm thinking, wow, that's a good thing. So I started doing it every morning. The first thing I do is laugh. So I just smile. Then I get into a yoga pose. Right there, as soon as I get up, I start stretching my body. And I mean breathing into the body while I drink some water. That just wakes me up. And then I go into the regular exercise, stretching my body. 90 minutes of yoga, half an hour of meditation. So the whole preparation is about 2 hours. And while I'm on the road, trying to focus. And especially this time, with all the things that's going on, this is the time to be more aware of your body. Just sit with yourself. Because this thing, if you're not really asking yourself why and thinking beyond who you are, it'll stress you out easy. To my left is this beautiful thing that I'm feeling the energy. The road is quiet. It's like no one is out. So it's a real meditative jog. So this is the time to be in tune with yourself. You could read different scriptures and stories, but you gotta move your body for one to understand this whole situation. If not, it'll stress you out. You could pretend behind it, but it's just impossible. And it's just an ideology. But a 3 to 4 mile walk every day would do good right now. Doesn't have to be a run. Just walk 3 miles. You could do that with the dog or walk with the kids. And breathing that oxygen into your brain calms you down. This is when the reality comes into play. You can get emotional because the way different people have been taught, especially when it comes to the spiritual beliefs, you gotta balance yourself now. This is the time to breathe in that oxygen into your brain. Got to be aware of it. But if not, this whole situation will stress you out. And I'm not discriminating towards any ideology, but we are talking about the reality and the mechanism of a human being, because the breath of life is what sustains us, and that's why we're taught to drink a lot of water. Because 99% of our body, they said, is made out of water, so we barely drink this water. So it's just a recommendation, and I've tried it. A lot of stretching and breathing in and out, because once you get used to breathing out your emotions, you are able to deal with this thing, this whole shutdown, and it will not be like a burden. It will make you realize that everything happened for a reason. But first, you got to understand your brain. That little round thing in our head and what we call the mind is so important. If you don't understand it and let other people drive it for you, which most of us do, when you let other people drive your mind for you, you tend to pick up a stereotypical mindset. That's why when we become spiritual or learn a certain religion, that's why we're very arrogant, and that's why we're racist. When you let other people, because it's just like every one of us, from the time we were born, somebody has driven our mind. Our parents did a good job, but they never told us one thing: learn how to drive your own mind. That is so important. I think that's what we need to teach our kids, and we also need to learn that. Because and that's the reason why a lot of us don't know how to cope with this situation. And to people that's looking for faith right now, it'll make it look like, what's the point? Because the people that's been preaching faith all these years, it's like their characteristic spiritual emotion has come out, and it's almost like they do not know what they're talking about. But they do, because an existence, there is a God, there is that energy, whatever you want to call it. It is there, it'll guide you. Beautiful flower to my side, you see? My subconscious mind just talks. The energy is there, whatever you want to call it. It's right there. It never, ever, from the moment you breathe into your body, from the time you were born, that thing called God, energy, spirit, never left you. The one problem is we have let people driven our mind. We don't know how to drive our own mind. Like what I'm saying right now will sound ridiculously impossible. It's almost like, what does he know? What is he talking about? But the truth is, the power in the breath of life, the power that resides in your brain and your mind is unbelievable. I'm guilty of it also, but I'm just one of those people. I got curious, and the curiosity started because from the time I was little, before you would never see me wearing beads like this, because I was so ashamed of my culture. I was so ashamed of it that I don't even want to have anything to do with it. But when I began to learn about myself, I realized that who I am is a unique person. So I became more than material things. I became super wealthy. To tell somebody that I don't give a biscuit about money is absolutely impossible to comprehend to the brain. Because we've been taught that money is God. But when we get out of that mindset And that's the reason why with this disease that's going around, it's just the energy, it'll disappear. And that's why this year, when I heard that spirit say, okay, you gotta run every day this year, that's why I'm able to do it so easy. So this is not running. It's the time to meditate and pray. Whatever background you are from, this is the time to truly study that scripture. Yeah, and understand it. Yeah. Before, we used to have wars within us, with us human beings. We're going to fight one another. But this time, we are at war with something that we cannot see. we don't even know what this thing look like. This time, we can't blame nobody. We can't say it's the black man or it's the white man or it's the Chinese. No. We cannot see this thing. It is amazing. And that's where, to all the believers, people that have faith from different traditional beliefs, this is when you truly need to study what you've been taught from when you were little. It's funny when somebody says, oh, I'm from India, my name is so-so-so and so-so-so, and we're different things. We tag along because we think it has the wisdom. You know, we have been so brainwashed to think somebody that look like you and I doesn't have the wisdom of that spiritual entity. We are so programmed to think he has to dress a certain way. And that's why I say, I read the Bible like everyone else. One thing that I really took out of it, that I truly practice heavily, is the word gluttony. And if you are not mindfulness about your gluttony, I don't give a biscuit who you are. It's just impossible. You have a glimpse of who you are, of your G-O-D, but it's impossible to realize the essence. Because what too much food does to us, it leads to sex, it leads to drinking and smoking, and we become automatically greedy without even realizing it. You know, so it brings the beautifulness out of us. You know, that's why we gotta watch what we eat also. And all those things are just important. So I'm just speaking alone right now because this energy of love that I feel when I'm out here on my feet just blows me away. Yeah. Funny, like I always say, on a vegan diet, because nobody wants us to talk about being vegan, but on a vegan diet, I have literally run 38,000 miles on this diet, just doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, 38,000 miles. So for all you people that want to change the way they eat, the way they breathe, this is what it takes. You know, for someone like me that does this, we have no voice. We have very little voice, because when my voice is shut, it's very easy to manipulate others. Like everyone is, I started out blind, but that subconscious mind one day awoke in me and made me realize I am more than I realize. So let me go ahead. My turning around is coming up. I'm going to check back in, and I'm going to say, Alafia and Ashe.